smack 'em like Undertaker. When the things go harder, we go stronger than no matter. Yeah, we go smack 'em Undertaker. Jale, oh, jale, here we go again. 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 I dey believe in my hustle, but every day I pray to Baba. Say if I deliver me with the paper, I want to build house for Mama. I dey believe in my hustle, but man they pray to Baba. Say I go get money to build house for Mama.
Good afternoon.
Here we go.
We are still live on Ghana Talks Radio. And it's time for the cubicle
Here we go.
with me, Lansa Haruna.
Ecstatic baby.
Feeling irate.
It's 32 minutes past 2 p.m. right here in Accra, Ghana.
Say that one day things go.
And I'm here with another exciting
Here we go.
edition of the cubicle right again, or once again. As you know, this is a platform for young people to engage themselves on the issues that evolve around them. And today is no different on the matters of the youth segment on the cubicle live on Ghana Talks Radio.
Brother, know they quiver.
We are streaming from Anya to the globe.
Things go harder.
And from wherever you are tuning, I want to say welcome to you. We are live on our website at www.ghanatalksradio.com
Here we go.
and also on Facebook and on YouTube at Ghana Talks Radio.
Jale, oh, jale, here we go again.
Today we have some interesting developments or stories to discuss.
As we hustle,
And first of them is the State of Nation address just delivered
one day things
by His Excellency President Addo Addo in the House of Parliament earlier today. Among other things, he mentioned that coupon payments will be made on time by the government to all holders, and also mentioned that the IMF deal is almost concluded.
when the things go harder. Stronger
The final will be announced hopefully by the end of this month.
quiver, we go smack 'em like Undertaker. When the things go.
But on Monday, we had our 66th independence celebration as a country.
We go smack 'em under.
We take a bit from that aspect to
Jale,
what is the significance in today Ghana. And people are having different opinions on how to celebrate it. What do you also make of the way to celebrate our independence as a country? And then lastly, we're looking at Ashaiman.
jale,
The Ghana forces went there to Ashaiman and massacred the place. They went there and showed muzzle and ammo. And the problem with that is that it was done against civilians who were not charged in the court of law.
but every day I pray to Baba.
Is this illegal? What do you make of that particular action by the members of the Ghana Armed Forces?
As we hustle all day.
Don't forget, earlier today, the Armed Forces, the Military High Command actually issued a statement. I'll read bits of the statement to you. But the gist of it is that they are saying that this particular action was what intelligence led. That they were going to fish out criminals in that area. So even though it was triggered by the death of their colleague, they were not going there to revenge him, but to sniff out or smoke out criminals.
I know they quiver.
But we've all seen the pictures and the images, the videos,
Things go harder.
where almost everyone was beaten to pulp by the members of the army.
We go
Are they right with the claim that they went there to smoke out criminals? What do you make of it? Should the military be allowed to go into civilian areas to beat civilians, no matter the situation that triggered it? Do we have that right to make that claim? Let me know what you think live in the comment section. also let me also know what your thoughts are on this Nanado's state of address today in Parliament, and then the bit about independence that we celebrated on the 6th of March 2023. We are still live on the cable with me, Lansa Haruna. Let's take a short break at this point. When we come back, I introduce my guest for the day.
Say I go get money to build house for mama.
Then we'll get right into the discussion. Like I said, you can let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section on YouTube and on Facebook at Ghana Talks Radio. We'll be right back after this short break.
Every occasion demands the company of good music that fits the purpose. At GTR Sounds, we understand your need to create just the right atmosphere for your wedding or engagement, party, funeral, crusade, political campaign or rally, or just any other event, as well as executive and corporate functions. With our modern and high-quality spinning machines, mixers, microphones, and power amplifiers, binary speakers, and subs, we offer the highest of sound quality and music play at events and functions. At GTR Sounds, we have a team of seasoned and highly experienced sound engineers who understand just the right choice of music for your events. Locate our studios at Aponchi Hotel in Anya or call our numbers 054-8522-897 or 027-3363-973. You can also reach via our email sounds@ghanatalksradio.com. At GTR Sounds, we take care of your event.
Wait, what? What happened? And what did you do? Have you ever heard a story or a dilemma that had you wanting more? Have you ever been in a situation with no one to turn to? Well, come and talk to Nans. Join us for story time every 2 weeks. Story time is where we discuss your issues and give you advice with guest speakers. Look at it as your sister helping you out, giving you advice, and just having a good old conversation. So make sure you email us all of your issues and dilemmas now at storytime@ghanatalksradio.com. That's storytime@ghanatalksradio.com. Make sure you tune in. That's every 2 weeks. Every second Sunday on Ghana Talks Radio at 2 p.m. Listen back by visiting the podcast section on www.ghanatalksradio.com. We're waiting for you.
Hello Ghana, hello worldwide, I'm Mr. Level Bam. Now listen, every Tuesday and Friday, beyond the time it's going to carry bro. Our Ghana Talks Radio, 7 p.m. sharp. Now Tuesday, we're gonna talk about our culture, our history. Matuni ding setete abakwa sem. Now on the Friday, you bars on bars. You better rap, you better say it. No artists go join me in the studio. We're gonna discuss about music and business. Konya, or you singer, and now you rapper, you think say you get bars. You go be spit fire. Now listen, make you join me with studios. Our Ghana Talks Radio, and yes, say then our day. Me say download the Ghana Talks Radio app, no, our Play Store, any App Store. No tune in, and say this is what you see, but live on Facebook, Cointakra, any Ghana Talks Radio page, and this now listen. I bet you fire. 1 year, Konya, Wading, Jajan.
Ecstatic made it.
Yeah, nobody feeling the way I'm feeling tonight. Yeah, and I have the hope that things will be alright. Yeah.
So welcome right back here to the cubicle. I'm joined by Mr. Asamoah Derek. Welcome, Cinnamon.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Once again.
Let's start with the independence issue, like an independence story. Ghana is now 66 years old. If Ghana was an old person, either a man or a woman, he or she would have been retired for 6 years now. And by now, his retirement money, he can't even chop it because it's not there. Or the bondholders, if he invested in government bonds,
they are using it for something else.
That's a bigger problem for him. But that's the reality of the country that we are in. Nonetheless, it's good that we appreciate that symbol. What do you make of the whole idea of celebrating independence, especially when people are saying that we are spending so much money in celebrating it? Some people are also of the opinion that let us centralize the celebration. So when we are celebrating it in Accra, no other place should celebrate. We are celebrating it in Ho, no other place should celebrate. It should be one at a time. What is your take on the whole argument about spending so much for independence?
Well, I would say good afternoon to our lovely viewers once more. I would say that yes, we are happy. It's Ghana's birthday. Yes, independence is here, and we've celebrated, we've enjoyed, and I would say that congratulations. We are 66 years, as you rightfully said, because by now we would be somewhere else that we don't even know. But I think our forefathers, those who led us to our independence, did us a favor, but we trampled upon that favor. We've done our bit, but it looks as if what Nkrumah said, we are not living up to expectation. Yes, 66 years of independence. What can we point to that we have done that is really changing the course of Ghana? What at all have we done? I would say there are, somebody will say there are a lot to show, but I would say there is nothing to show. So if we are to say that we should celebrate our Independence Day almost all the time, when it gets to sit March, we celebrate. I think we have to put a stop to that thing.
Someone said that first of all, as a sovereign nation, we've come along with 66 years, not small. We've been through almost 10 coups, right?
Yeah.
And then a whole lot of stuff. We've been through some a lot of coups,
of things,
and then a lot of presidents too. We've grown as a country. Ghana was 6 million at that time. Today we're 30 million plus
now.
We have built schools and universities. Things are working in the country. So when you say that you don't see the thing, why do you say that? Why especially when you're referencing to Nkrumah and Korea?
Well, I would say that the reason why I'm saying that we are not seeing anything is that right now is more about what you get from Ghana when you are in government, what you gain. So it's not serving anymore, but it's reaping. Rather, we are making a lot from the country instead of serving the country, developing the country. So a very big shout out to my madam, Anastasia. She drew my attention to certain things. I checked up and I saw that there is this Tanzanian president who changed something. What did that person do? All that the person did was that their independence, she stopped it.
The Tanzanian
You get
president cancelled the independence celebration.
Cancel the independence celebration and use the money
for school,
for dormitories, for special needs. You know, so it was, the money was $445,000, which they were supposed to spend during their 65th independence birthday. And you know, they are thinking, this is wise thinking. No. This is wise thinking, brilliant. Because
but they can't say that because we didn't cancel our independence day celebration.
we should learn. We should learn from them. We should learn. Because after all, we are learning from they are also learning from us. So we should learn. Okay? We are supposed to learn from them. Whilst here, when we were here, we learned that when we gained independence, Ghana gained independence, the other African countries followed suit and they started gaining independence. But it looks as if that those who learned from us, they've bypassed us in terms of development, in terms of everything. They are on their way to success, but we are still trailing behind them. Why can't we learn from them rather? We have to. So I think that the Independence Day, that they went there, look at
what do you think the money could have been used for?
Oh, a lot. Right now, we are going to IMF for bonds, for money, for loans, for this. For every blessed day, you hear Ghanaians, oh, we are going, when we go to IMF, things will work out for us. No. Why are you going there? Always you need to go there. But you are saying that you are a sovereign nation, an independent country. You don't depend on somebody. But right now you are depending on IMF for help. You are still a slave, asking for money from them. So they will give us their rules, how we should manage our system. Is it always that the black man has to wait for the white man to tell him or her to do something right before that person will do it? No. It's about time that we have to learn certain things, make decisions on our own that, okay, fine, the independence, we started it. Let's put a hold. The money that we are going to use, maybe we can decide every 4 years or 5 years, then we celebrate an Independence Day. So the other ones, as a yearly, the ones that we get, we use it to develop something, build a school, and put a name there. After all, we are good at naming things. Then we build a dormitory, name it. We build a school, name it. You construct a road, maybe a road in Anmabo or somewhere. Kaswa, when it rained yesterday, look at the place. The road is now not fixed. They are waiting patiently. Then you see there, it will get flooded. Cars will see a huge traffic on the road. Then you see them passing. They will use the motorcade with their sirens. Wow, they are away. But you, as a citizen, you will be in traffic, waiting to go to work. But you can use that money, construct that road. At least when you construct it, name it our 66th Independence Day. This is what we did.
So if you use like next year's money to go to school, call it Ghana 67.
Yes. Straightforward.
Yeah, that's interesting. On Monday, I had a very lengthy discussion on independence and what it means for us. And I was saying that part of Nkrumah's speech was that the country belongs to the people. So if you cannot celebrate an independence where the people do not feel oppressed, or they don't feel part of the country that you are celebrating.
So if we are not celebrating it, the people feel oppressed.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying that you cannot be celebrating an independence where the people are suffering.
You get it.
Yeah.
So how can we celebrate an independence whilst the people are suffering, whilst spare parts are very expensive to buy, where you can see that our crude, our oil, people are manipulating the oil. Meanwhile, we have Tor, which is supposed to convert our oil that are being mined here, that are being drilled here, and we are still engaging in export and import. We are importing from different countries the crude, the oil, the petrol and other stuff here. But whilst we can do equally everything here to help our own people, but it looks as if that nobody. I read John Dumelo too saying that he was not subscribing to the celebration of the independence. So you could see that people are now thinking deep into whatever issue that is going on in our country. We've celebrated it countless of times. Go to the Independence Square. Take a time, just go there. Go and look at the place. So it means that when there is no independence, we will never take care of the place. We will leave the place to be there like that until the next independence. That is when we will go there, start fixing things. So they go to the extent of hiring the place to individuals who come there to 31st night. You see our pastor Mensa Otabel and co. They will go there, have their all night, big huge sums of money are being raised over there. The return of whatever that they did. This Usher coming to Ghana here, they went there. Why didn't you take Usher there in the morning to see the place? You took him there in the night to perform.
Who told you they didn't take him there anymore?
No, in the morning when they went there, what did they see? They just covered some parts for him to see just the stage. Did you go to the back there? No, we are fond of doing that. That is what we do. So programs are held. Do you think International Conference Center, where they normally host their programs, when they are going there, they can go there at any time because that place is being managed very well. Here, no. Same is not done. So I think that independence should be celebrated unless we have proven to ourselves that, hey, we are independent, as we are a country that can do certain things on our own. Until then, I think we shouldn't celebrate these things. We are misusing money. We are using money. After all, we are saying that we are suffering, but we have money to celebrate independence. So imagine the number of fleets of cars that went to Ho, the number of people that went to Ho, the Volta region, to celebrate this independence. The money that they spent over there, that money could have been used to do certain things here.
In Chile, they have a saying that if they come die, it will make no bed again, make no sleep again. Something like that. So just because we are suffering, you are not there, doesn't mean that we should not celebrate our So that doesn't mean that we should not celebrate.
So we should continue spending and continue going back to IMF and telling them that, hey, we need money to run our country. We need money. No, this is not done. After all, you are raising some kind of money here in the country. So it means that the money that they spent over there was the money that they collected, the same taxpayer, you and I. They collected this money, used it in celebrating our independence, saying that, oh, we have independence. Oh, we are 66 years now. But let's use this $45 million. Let's celebrate. I'm just saying, estimating. I'm not saying that that's the amount that they spent. But I'm saying that let's use this amount. Oh, let's spend it. After spending, then we come back to poverty. Hey, we are suffering. Crude is high. Petrol is high. This is high. Whilst the money, we spent it already. Why do we do that? Or it's even happening with football, Ghana Football Association. The same. Then they go to World Cup. When they are being paid, the money that they will be paid over there, they've already overspent their money before going in for that money. So you see, it has become our norm, our rule of life. That is what we do. But I think that somebody has to change this course. Maybe this person who is also running as a presidential candidate, Samuel Ankra. I read his background a bit, economist there about. Maybe he can come around and try to do something. But I think people will not allow him. You know this, our political system, NPP, NDC, they will never try to change the scenario.
Okay, brilliant. That's good. That's your take on the independence of Israel. But let's take a break at this point. I want us to take a break. When we come back, look at the president's address to the nation earlier today in Parliament. What did he say and what did he did what did he say and what he didn't say? We'll try and discuss it right here. So still can stay with us. Let us know what your thoughts are in our comment section. We'll be right back after the short break.
The matters of love are the matters of the heart.
Is that so? Why do we separate between emotions and reason?
Under the mountain, we pick the most daring of issues surrounding love, relationships, and family lives.
We speak on the topic most people like to keep to themselves.
With our brilliant panelists, we open the discussions into your love life.
So join us this and every Thursday at 8 p.m. live on Ghana Talks Radio.
Be a part of the conversation, enjoy the excitement, and let's find the answers together.
What up, GH? What's going on? We come your way with the latest filler, and yes, are you looking for the latest news about your favorite celebrity? Who married who and who cheated on who? Here we'll discuss everything with fun, joy, and comedy. Join myself on Himalayan DJ Coverage and Master of Comedy Alaji Zongo on Wednesday at exactly 8 p.m. live on Ghana Talks Radio.
Now maybe Kozen Legendary, your one and only host for Nigerian Rendezvous. I feel like make you join me every Wednesdays and Saturdays from 12 to 1:30 p.m. as I go to summer you with the latest news and gist directly from Obodo, Nigeria. Don't forget to still catch up on all our previous episodes of Nigerian Rendezvous on Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Facebook Podcast, and via our website www.GhanaTalksRadio.com, or make you Google carry us for your pocket by downloading our Ghana Talks Radio app via Android, Google Play, and iOS App Store. Make you feel they enjoy our other Sengemenge shows. Follow us on our social media platforms at Ghana Talks Radio for other interesting stories where they draw from our automat. No talks here, I no tell you. Omo yami, oya jima soon.
Welcome right back here to the Chemical Live on Ghana Talks Radio. Like I said before the break, we'll be going into, or we're zoning into the speech of His Excellency President Nana Addo Akufo-Addo in his State of the Nation address to Parliament earlier today. A lot of details he provided on the teeming issues that we are faced with the country. First of all, on the IMF deal, the domestic debt exchange, what you call vaccines for Lassa fever and measles, all the measles, right? Yeah, all of them. He mentioned stuff. Agreg, the Youth Start program that the government is embarking on. He mentioned that one too as well. But at the end, on the end of the speech, when the motion was raised, right, by the moderator to adjourn the city, what Atoforsen said after the president spoke when he got up to second the motion was a little bit brutal. He was calling the president, he was saying that, bro, your economy is messed up, your government has failed, so. It was very interesting, but it shows you that where we are as a country. Former presidents, His Excellency John Ajekun Kufuor was there, and also former President John Dramani Mahama was there. The house was packed with the power of Ghana in Ghana. So everybody, all the big men, including the Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, was also present, and then some section of the leaders of both the NDC and the MPP were present. It was fairly a very open session. Not much of hey, or I push you push me back, but it was very calm. The president spoke well. He also called on the nation to offer support and prayers. I think one of the things was that he didn't mention National Cathedral, so this was also drawing his attention to it. It was interesting. But let's listen to some bits of what he said in this address before we come back and then we discuss his address today.
It is the 8th of March today, and that means it is International Women's Day, the day set aside globally to honor all women. Please allow me to acknowledge and appreciate the significance of the day and heartily congratulate women all over the world, and especially women in Ghana, for the role they play in realizing the dreams, cares, and aspirations of humankind and of this great nation. The presence of women leaders at both the local and national fronts have advanced rights, enhanced equality, and in general, improved the living standards and quality of lives of all concerned, including that of men. The theme for this year recognizes and celebrates women who are championing the advancement of transformative technology and digital education. Mr. Speaker, apart from my own personal fond memories as a member of this House, Parliament stands as a symbol of our democracy and its values. It stands as a reminder to all of us that our country has chosen to travel on the path of democracy, and at the heart of that journey is the idea that the government will govern with the consent of the people. Mr. Speaker, it is important that we stress this point, because after 30 years of democratic practice, we may be tempted to take it for granted. Mr. Speaker, it is the 8th of March today, and that means it is International Women's Day, the day set aside globally to honor all women.
So this was the section where he dedicated to honor women of the country and of the world, since today is the International Women's Day. Another aspect that we have was that he said the government is committed to honoring all coupon payments and maturities in respect of both old bonds and the new bonds in line with government fiscal commitments. This was a part of his speech. Eric, what did you make of his generally of his speech today?
Yes, I would say that generally he spoke well.
Oh, that's what President Addo, he speaks well.
Yes,
Yeah.
you know, almost all the presidents they speak well.
But one thing I like about President Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo is that because he's an old man,
Yeah,
he knows how to kind of carry himself,
yes,
representing the country
yes.
to the rest of the world.
World, yeah,
So, for example, if you go to a house, a common household,
Yeah.
and there's an old man in the house, the way they receive you,
Yeah.
you feel like this proper custom,
Yes,
normal.
mm,
So, if when it comes to what do you call it, formal events and gatherings, that kind of vibe, don't forget about it. Because another is one of the best.
Yeah.
But when you leave him to freestyle, that's when he's giving us back to back shots. You tell us that we should go and build the schools on our own, or we should vote for ADC or NPP. But when it comes to being formal setting, executive, no, it's one of the best around the world. Yeah, so as for that one, you have to give it to President Addo Akufo-Addo.
Yeah. So as you rightfully said, yes, being a person of his caliber, he can speak and articulate very well certain statements the way he's going to say them. Yes, but one thing that I will ask is that after this, what else? That will be the question. After saying everything, dedicating this day to women, and you know how women are suffering, our mothers especially, in our markets, with concerns of selling, buying, trading itself. You know what they are going through, the pain that they are going through. So everything that is being done, I will ask and ask again, what else? Upon the statement, I think it should get to a time that they have to change this State of the Nation address to something else.
Important. This is important. It's part of the something else like what?
That is why I'm saying that I think, because right now we want to see, we want to feel.
So for example, this is what it basically means that in a democracy, you know that the parliament is the House of Representatives. Like that's where every citizen is. That's our common house.
Yes.
So the president that we've given our power to,
Yes.
to become executive over us,
Yes.
we've
Have to
chosen
account.
we've chosen a day for him to come to
and
the house
account.
and tell us that okay, as the landlord of the house,
Yes.
for now this is the state of the house.
Our house.
In room 7,
Yes.
there's a leakage
There's a leakage there.
yeah, in room 4. So and it also gives the opportunity for him to account to us what he has done with the power we've given to him.
Yes. So
If you pick it out of this equation, then we are not demanding, we are not holding him accountable.
well, what you said is true. But you know, the reason why I'm saying that is, you see how you are explaining it. A common member would understand that, oh, in room 5, there was a leakage, and there is a leakage. This is what we need to do. Is it everything that they tell us in the State of the Nation address? Is it everything? Do they bring out the issues at hand to us? They come and tell us the ones that they've done, the ones that the ones that are ripe, soaked with sweet. That is what they come to tell us. They don't come to tell us the ones that are rotten too. So you see that
If you were the president, only tell us what is rotten.
that is the problem. So we need to know. It is about time that we have to forget about securing the rotten ones and always bringing the fresh ones to us. Meanwhile, we know what is going on. That is why you rightfully said Addo Forson was even saying something there, that your government has failed, this and that, raising certain issues. Even people were expecting him to talk about the national criteria, which, but me, for that one, I wasn't concerned if he would have spoken about it or not, because that one he spoke about it, saying that it was a private partnership thing that they are doing with the churches. So that one should be out somewhere. But what we need to know is that after giving us the State of the Nation address, as at now, if somebody sits down and check through, is it rightfully what he has said? Everything, quote unquote. You could see that, yes, some of them he has done, but most of them are still lacking. We are still having problems. Right now, the somebody selling at Makola, Tudu, Abosokai would say that I don't care about what he's saying concerning the national whatever. He is thinking about the money that he is spending in buying. So why are we spending? When you read part of his portion of his statement, you could see that he was relating it to the fact that IMF was saying that we were growing well, but because of COVID and the Ukraine war, hey, Chairman, COVID is almost gone. Ukraine war, they are almost dead. We don't know whether Ukraine is dying or Russia is dying. I don't know. But we are concerned with ourselves. Even Atamel said that we should be concerned with ourselves. Are we importing what do you call it? Spare parts from Ukraine? Are we? Or we are thinking of making our own spare parts here, so that we don't go further in what? Exporting or importing. You get it? So this is what we need to think about. If we can talk about it every blessed day, the monies that are involved in this State of the Nation address. We can talk about the GDP, whatever. He even went back in saying some that happened in 2022, the 2021, way back, those years. But we are talking about the present. What is happening now? And you are going in for IMF to come and help us, because you know that we couldn't manage it well. If you can't manage something well, you go in for somebody to come and manage it for you. That is the final statement. That is what you need to tell us. We couldn't do it, so we are going for them to come and manage it for us. What IMF is going to do here is that the overspending, that IMF is going to block the overspending, going to restrict you to your money. If it's 1 cedi that you are supposed to spend today, that is what you are going to spend. You are not going to spend 2,000 and come and tell us that you spent 1 cedi. No. That is what is happening. That is what we are supposed to do. We are refusing to restrict ourselves to our budget. We are refusing to restrict ourselves to the money that we need to spend on whatever we need to spend on. But we are overspending. We are spending money without thinking about them. That is our problem. So our State of Nation address, well spoken. But my mother at Kanta will ask me, what did they say? She doesn't understand. What she understands is that when she goes and buy a bill, that normally it was given to her for 1,000 Ghana cedis, which has been increased to 4,000, 5,000. She doesn't understand that one. You have to come and explain why that she has to pay 4,000 Ghana cedi to collect a same bill that in the past she was paying 1,000 cedis for. That is what she needs to know. So if that there is a way of curving it, helping her that, okay, maybe we can reduce it for you so that you can purchase it for, let's say, 1,500. Then government have some kind of movement in there to help you subsidize certain things for you so that you can purchase. Fine, she will be happy. That will bring some kind of comfort to us. But the moment you come and read this long thing, Hey, Chairman, anybody out there, give your phone or give the statement that Akufo-Addo, our president, read to your mother, or read it to your mother. Your mother will be confused. She will even get angry. She will say that she doesn't understand any of it. What she wants to know is that why is petrol increasing? Why is she buying Indomie for 6 or 10 cedis? At first, they were buying for 5 cedis. Why? Why is she going to buy kenki, a ball of kenki, for 4 cedis or 5 cedis? And fish, this small thing, for 10 cedis. She doesn't understand that one. Whilst here, we catch fishes in our seas. Why? So these are the questions that they are asking, not reading the whatever they read.
Charlie, it's true. So nice. Well put. It's true that when they come to us, they give us a state of address that they like, and then but the state of address that's on the ground is most of the time not.
It's hidden. It's hidden.
Doesn't reflect the true state that we experience as a people.
You could see it even in their campaign trails. Whenever they are going for campaigns, you could see it. They are talking about, what they did. Yes, Akufo-Addo, you did free SHS. Everybody knows that you did it. You brought NAPCO. Everybody knows you did it. One district, one factory. Everybody knows. But there are a huge challenges that we are facing, which is the concerns of employment. But you are saying that you've created it. How many have been employed? And are those people talking about it? So it means that your communication is poor. Those who have gotten access to get employment into such fields should let us know that really they've gotten it and they are being paid well. Is it true? Yes or no? But when you continue to tout it, I read portion of his statement. He's saying that this government is the government that have built roads more than any other government. True, rightfully said. But Kaswa, still, there is problem. So with me passing that lane almost every day, would I say that you've done something there? No. That portion, that road alone, if you do that road, you know the number of people that commute from Cape Coast through to that side to Accra. You know the number of people that pass there. So we will get to know. I went to Nkoko the last time. I saw that portions, they are being done here and there. Yes, that one I can stand somewhere and talk about it. But somebody who has not passed that stretch will never see it. Right? So what we need to do is that certain things we need to know. If it's a video, fine. Sometimes even they are capturing videos that we don't know. Somebody will say that some roads were constructed, which it wasn't. So you see the lies. Tell us the truth. If next time we want to still give you the mandate for you to rule us, we will give you the mandate. If you tell the truth, you know, from when you were giving birth, they will put the elder will dip the hand in the water, put it on mouth. If you say it's water, it's water. If it's alcohol, it's alcohol. Why do they do that? They are teaching you to tell the truth. But our grown-ups, our elderly ones, they are lying to us. They are telling us lies, a lot of lies. Every blessed day, they will tell you lie. But the next time, they will find a way of covering it up. Every day, they will tell you that we constructed road. Anya, so to they constructed it. But people living there are testifying that that road hasn't been constructed. Even though the constructor has started doing something, the contractor has left because monies are still not being paid to him. And you are saying that it's being constructed. So we have a problem. Tell them the truth. Oh, we are not getting money to fund this thing. That is why it's on hold. Always is in the pipeline. Always in the pipeline. Always in the pipeline. Which pipeline is that? Is it the one traveling to Nigeria? We don't know. So please, they should come to our platform at Ghana Talks Radio and come and listen to what we have for them as youth. This is what is happening now. Not whatever they are saying in Parliament. Whatever they say in Parliament is for their own benefit, so that they will look good in front of Ghana. That people will say, oh, yeah, he has done well. Yes, he has done well. But the business communities should realize that these things, they are up there doing their businesses. But they have forgotten that when they go to the market to go and buy, things are expensive. Very, very expensive for us down here. So that is what they need to do.
I'll take a break at this point, and then when we come back, we go into the Ashaiman case where the military went to brutalize civilians.
What's up, people? I go by the name Coin Takra. Now what's the level? Bam. Now listen, time it's Coin Takra every Friday on Ghana Talks Radio, 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Someone winning with the dial bet. I got another segment for you guys. Now listen, it's all about the up and coming round table. You be rapper, you dey sing, or you feel say you get talent, you get songs. No, listen, send your song and picture via round table at GhanaTalksRadio.com or just WhatsApp us on 020-254-4614. Up and coming artist round table. Now listen, every week beyond we go select 10 best artists. Our judges go day studio. Best one. But we never forget the fans and on all social media and on our street and so on. Then go vote. Nobody can know. We go invite them for studio and we get surprises for the artists. What you see? So last Friday of every month, we go invite the first week, second week, third week in your D Kangno. Near the Wama Bus Studio, and we get so many prizes for the soldiers. So up and coming round table. If you be artist, Charlie, just put a song there. You go blow them. One in your corner. Ubiama Miata. Wabbing. Jajai.
Wait, what? What happened? And what did you do? Have you ever heard a story or a dilemma that had you wanting more? Have you ever been in a situation with no one to turn to? Well, come and talk to Nans. Join us for story time every 2 weeks. Story time is where we discuss your issues and give you advice with guest speakers. Look at it as your sister helping you out, giving you advice, and just having a good old conversation. So make sure you email us all of your issues and dilemmas now at storytime@GhanaTalksRadio.com. That's storytime@GhanaTalksRadio.com. Make sure you tune in. That's every 2 weeks. Every second Sunday on Ghana Talks Radio at 2 p.m. Listen back by visiting the podcast section on www.GhanaTalksRadio.com. We're waiting for you.
Every occasion demands the company of good music that fits the purpose. At GTR Sounds, we understand your need to create just the right atmosphere for your wedding or engagement, party, funeral, crusade, political campaign or rally, or just any other event, as well as executive and corporate functions. With our modern and high-quality spinning machines, mixers, microphones, and power amplifiers, binary speakers, and subs, we offer the highest of sound quality and music play at events and functions. At GTR Sounds, we have a team of seasoned and highly experienced sound engineers who understand just the right choice of music for your event. Locate our studios at Aponchi Hotel in Anya or call our numbers 054-8522-897 or 027-3363-973. You can also reach via our email sounds@GhanaTalksRadio.com. At GTR Sounds, we take care of your event.
So welcome right back here to the Cubicle live on Ghana Talks Radio. We are still live on YouTube and on Facebook at Ghana Talks Radio. We want to know your thoughts on the stories. Now we're looking at the Ashaiman. So yesterday, was it yesterday or Monday? Yesterday, they waited for the same match to finish. And
they displayed.
The military, what they did, there were, so a military man, a soldier was killed in cold blood in Ashaiman. I think that's over the weekend.
Yes.
In a very, 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 very disturbing manner. Since then, there were allegations or rumors that, definitely, the men in uniform will visit the area and then exert some,
pressure and their forces.
So they'll go there and then exert some pressure. But that's what happened yesterday. almost 500 people that we saw in the videos all over. They were beaten there mercilessly. And there's a statement that the military high command made. Let me read part of the statement. What they said was that, so the title is Military Conduct Coup at Ashaiman Targeted at Killers of Young Soldier. So from the title itself, it's saying that they did a swoop targeting killers of a young soldier. Granted, but the killers, those that we saw in the videos, there are more than 2,000 people. So they continues that personnel of the Ghana Armed Forces on Tuesday, 7th of March 2023, conducted a swoop in Ashaiman and its environs in a manhunt for some criminals who are suspected to have stabbed and killed a young soldier, the Bracket Trooper Imoro Sheriff, in the early hours of Saturday, 4th of March 2023 at Ashaiman Taifa. Trooper Sheriff, who was stationed in Sunyani, was in Accra on a course and had sought permission to visit his parents at Ashaiman, where he grew up, but was found in a pool of blood in the early hours of Saturday near the Amania Hotel in Ashaiman. I'm just going through the statement. The GAF, the Ghana Forces, wishes to state categorically that the military operation, which was sanctioned by the military high command, so this was a very legal thing they did, this was a sanctioned action they took, was not to avenge the killing of the soldier, but rather to fish out the perpetrators of the heinous crime. Charlie, sometimes you read some stuff and you feel like crying. Following the operations at Ashaiman Taifa and Tulaku, the military personnel picked up about 184 suspects aged between 21 and 47 years old, and have since handed them over to the military police and subsequently to be sent to Ghana Police Service for screening and for further action. During the course of the swoop, the personnel seized 29 slabs and 57 mini slabs of suspected Indian hemp and amnesia, among other forms of narcotics. It continues that the Ghana Forces also wishes to place on record that the swoop was not targeted at innocent civilians, but was an intelligence-led operation conducted on suspected hideouts of criminals and crime-prone areas in the general area. Ghana Armed Forces, however, acknowledged regrettably that some innocent persons might have been caught up in the operation and consequently suffered some distress due to the location they found themselves at the time. Distress? He said distress due to the location they found themselves. They found themselves at that time. The statement concludes by saying that the GAF, the Ghana Forces, accordingly wishes to urge the general public to provide useful information, support the security agencies in weeding out criminals and miscreants from our communities, and to desist from shielding and conniving with such suspects in order to curb criminal activities in the country. A very lengthy statement, but it was appropriate to read it because if you read the statement, you see why they did what they did and who they targeted. But the pictures that we see doesn't look like, very frankly speaking, yesterday I was thinking about this thing and I wasn't deciding what I wanted to make up my mind on, but this is what I think that so what I was thinking was that for me, there's no way that we showed criminals, those who did the stabbing, those who killed the young soldier, the young man, should be found and should be charged and should be prosecuted in the court of law to serve as deterrent to other people or to people who have this kind of contemplations. Those criminals, no matter what, the action should be condemned. There's no shielding. Another thing is that everybody expected the soldiers to go to the area and beat them. It's like a norm, a culture that in any area where even a person in uniform, be it police, any other security service, is slapped, even the soldiers will go there or the police will go there and beat them. So everybody expected that the military will go to Ashaiman and beat people. And truly, they waited for the CFMA to come and pass. And on 7th March, they went there and they beat people. Now, if you read the statement, it says that they went there not to revenge or avenge the killing of the soldier, but to fish out perpetrators of the heinous crime. So, in the action that they did, whoever they beat, whoever they got, was most likely part of the perpetrators of the crime, because the swoop they did was not targeted at civilians, but was an intelligence led. So just from that statement, it meant that whoever they beat on that day or yesterday was potentially part of the people who killed the young soldier, because they had intelligence that whoever they beat yesterday was part of it. But is that really the case? Like, one of the pictures that we see that they're actually beating people. And for me, I'm like, there's no way we should be condoned. Like, we should be at a place where, if it was based on intelligence, we are going directly to places that you know that these guys are there. So you go pick them and their allies, pick them together, do your screening, and then find out you are those who killed. Or even if they didn't find out, you can now flow your leads to what? Do your investigation, find the person, and pick the person. But when the whole nation knew that, especially on Twitter, we all knew that, the following day they'll go to the area, and truly they went to the area. So like this culture, we don't know where to stop, but both sides are very wrong. The killing was very wrong and should be condemned, and the criminal should be caught and prosecuted according to the law. But the same court of law should be used, or the procedure should be adopted by the security people who are supposed to preserve us and the law, to maintain order, to follow the law too, so that we don't have a jungle once more in the country. Charlie, it's just some way. When you go from 1992 to now, and then whenever there is a slap, we know that obviously there will be tanks in the area. One day they came to our area, the way they beat us, mercilessly, because of the policeman was slapped in Tamale, Changli, and that it should not that's happened to anyone. And it's like, it should not be the norm. It should not be normal that police or military or security personnel are expected to go to areas to beat people. It should not be a normal thing. And this is, like you said, the statement says that this was sanctioned by the military high command. So it was not something that the young soldiers there when they did by themselves. No. They sought permission. The permission was granted that, okay, go there. Maybe the permission was that go there and look for those who killed the man. But they went there, and the videos that we see, actually, DJ, let's play the video. The videos that we see, the people they beat there, I'm not sure most of them had.
Mr. Speaker, it was the.
No, I'm not sure most of them had a hand to play or a role in that particular.
Face down.
Let's see what you've done to the civilians. So. These are the taxpayers. People who have actually paid tax for that money to be used to keep up the all security services, your uniforms, your food, your salaries, your allowances, your equipment, your cars, your guns, your bullets, your mask, your gloves, everything about the military is sponsored by taxpayers. You see what I'm talking about? So there should not be a reason why
face down.
When you are trying to enforce discipline or fish out criminals, that you subject civilians to this particular treatment. No, it's not justifiable. You have systems, you have ways of investigating, you have ways of fishing out criminals, you have your own systems of doing that. I don't think bullying or beating people is part of the prescribed way. Right? If these people took stones,
face down,
sticks to throw at you, we'll see they said, oh, come on, that's one, that's it. But this is not like the thing was even down this day. So use the law. Let's all be guided by the law. Let's all be guided by the law. You are civilians. Before you became military officers, you were also civilians. And today, the relationship between civilians and the military or the security services should be some, which is what there should be that kind of trust, that kind of understanding, that kind of trust that you protect us. Not that kind of fear that you also right in a way that, bro, you don't kill a military person. Like I'm saying, never ever raise your hand against someone in uniform, right? So instead of you beating and killing a soldier, it should never be condoned in our society. It should always be condemned. But that doesn't mean that. So imagine someone had a small ailment and you hit the person in a way that the person wrongly. The person dies. It doesn't equate to the. No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work that way, bro. That's just what I think about. What do you also have to say? Out of time, Eric.
Yeah, all right. I would say that Ashaiman. So Ashaiman, I've been there. Sometimes I know how the place is. The place is more like how we describe it, like a ghetto style life, but
Oh, but Ashaiman is not the Ashaiman is not the ghetto.
not that side. No,
Not even the side. Not
the
even
place
the side.
that I pass. Listen.
The
You
place
listen to
has
me.
no problem.
You
Ashaiman
listen. No,
has
you
no
listen.
problem.
You listen to me. You listen to where I'm coming from. So most of the times, when you say a ghetto, it's more like you see that like Osu. When you pass here, you can enter somebody's room. You pass it. It's more like the settlement that they have is clustered, right? And you see that people are passing through ways. So when you have such settlement, it's likely that criminals might hide there. That is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I get that.
So Ashaiman itself involves, you get the you get guns, you get almost all sort of ethnic groups living in that area, and they are prone to this kind of issues.
Activities, yeah.
Yes. So I was not shocked, or I was not yes, I was not shocked when I heard this issue, because what did the soldier went there for? To visit. What happened? Nobody knows what happened, what transpired between him and the other guys who did whatever they did to him.
Well, okay, them, yeah.
Nobody knows. Maybe it might be for certain reason.
There should not be a reason for killing actually, but nobody, like you're saying, there's no
There's no evidence to that, and there is nobody who knows the thing. And one thing that we have forgotten is that I wouldn't remind you of what happened to the general Mahama, his issue.
Major Maxwell Mahama.
Major Maxwell Mahama. He also died like that. And that one too, we spoke about it. The military went there.
The same treatment.
The same treatment given to them. And that town became like a ghost town.
Men had to run and
leave their children and their mothers there. All of a sudden they changed the name. They are saying that it's new whatever. Yes, new Dentra or Boase. That is what they are trying to say now. Fine. But with this one, with the military high commission sanctioning the action that they should go in there, swoop whoever is around attached to certain crimes. And I'm asking myself, whilst you were reading, so was it the right time that they set that this will happen, then we'll go in to do that swoop? So if, supposing the military man hadn't died, but rather had gone and come back to the place, would they have gone there to do the swoop or swoop, whatever they call it? Who knows? But initially, when the case happened, people in their mind knew that definitely they are coming.
Oh yeah, everybody knew.
So definitely they went there. And you know what will happen when a military man one of them, you touch one of them, you know that definitely the rest will come. They will come there and do whatever they want to do with the others, the people, even innocent souls over there will be affected. But whoever killed that gentleman, you don't have a right.
Should be caught and jailed for
yes.
life.
Yeah. You don't have the right to kill somebody, and that person's life is not in your hands to deal with.
No, the law
Even
has to
if he has committed a crime, you should have taken him to the police station. And I was also thinking about the fact that they were saying that narcotics thing involving the narcotics
I'm not sure.
even if it's concerned about narcotics and all those things, this swoop thing, I thought it was a police thing that they normally do in the areas to bring out criminals, catch the criminals and stuff. Why then the military? All of a sudden, then the military sets foot in.
One thing is that the military is not. We should not even see the military on the road. Though. We're actually out of time, but we should not be seeing the military on the road. Like, the military should not be seen in the community, right? Because of the nature of the way they train. Like, when the training they receive is like top, is different from
high class training. DS is more concerned about brutality and force. They come in, they don't listen to anybody. They do whatever they do, and they go their way.
They don't have understanding.
So please, if they should come again, the military, yes, they should come again and tell us why the main purpose they went there. Because we are not understanding. We are confused.
Because the statement
that they are giving now is confusing. Because the people went there for something else. Because you are taking somebody, is more like a doctor who has taken his wife to the medical room for an operation. You know that the doctor is not allowed to have that operation on his wife. Another doctor does. So because they feel that he might do something that will tamper with the life of. So you are sending in a military men to a place where they know that a military guy has been killed. Do you know that? Do you think when they get there, they are going to do everything quietly and go their way? No. They are going to avenge the death of their brother. They are going to do something over there. And that's what they did. They really discipline them. In disciplining, they put it overboard. So whoever comes in, they will beat you. They will do whatever they want to do with you. I heard somebody went out to urinate and they just beat him mercilessly. The guy was bleeding and here and there. So I think that they have to look at that one very well for us, because it's not helping our daily lives in Ghana, and we have to change. The military has to come again, come and tell us something else, and I think it will be much better.
Yeah, we don't have to have this kind of relations with military. When the military is in town, it means that guns are going off and people are. That should not be the case, bro. But the power, that's where power is. That's where power is. This has been a Cubicle Live. I'm gonna talk to you with me, Lansarona. We'll be coming away tomorrow with another edition. Stay and enjoy from Ghana Talk Radio. Bye bye.